Hello, welcome to the Cinema Gold Show. I'm your host, Larry Grace. Today we're diving into the latest box office news and movie news from around the industry. First, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Poddex, for sponsoring this episode. Poddex are the hottest new tool for podcasters looking to have more meaningful conversations or to gamify their podcast. Simply shuffle up, ask a question, and let the content roll. You can get yours today at poddex.com and use the promo code Larry21 for 10% off your order. We'd also like to thank our newest sponsor, Audible. Visit audibletrial.com/Larry21 for a free 30-day trial and free audiobook of your choice. And you can keep that audiobook even if you cancel your 30-day trial. And now let's dive into our first topic. No Time to Die becomes a box office nightmare. Daniel Craig's final James Bond movie opened lower in the U.S. than his previous three outings, earning only $56 million. But it doesn't make it a disappointment, so to speak. Those who hoped No Time to Die's American opening would sail past the 100 million milestone, a feat which hasn't been achieved since Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker in 2019, might be disappointed today. After more than 2 years of build-up, anticipation, and COVID-related delays, Daniel Craig's final James Bond movie debuted in North America to a decent $56 million over 3 days. The gross was in line with MGM's estimates, if on the lower side of the industry, which put the floor at $55 million and the fifth highest domestic opening in 2021. However, it comes 1 week after Venom: Let There Be Carnage overperformed at the box office, earning $90 million in only the first 3 days, and outpacing its predecessor by about $10 million. It caused many in the media to wonder if the more respected Bond franchise could surpass that in just a week's time, especially since the media embraced Daniel Craig's swan song as 007 more readily in its reviews. However, No Time to Die ultimately wound up grossing $14 million less than Spectre's $70 million bow, and far behind Skyfall's franchise record-setting debut of $88.4 million in 2012. In fact, he falls even below 2008's Quantum of Solace, which only earned $67.5 million, making No Time to Die the lowest earner since Casino Royale failed to outgross its predecessor with $40.8 million back in 2006. And yet, should media expectations drown out that No Time to Die is having a relatively fair blockbuster run in the pandemic era? While it did not surpass Venom or Shang-Chi, Bond is still proving to be a viable franchise player during a time of heightened pandemic insecurities in North America due to the spread of the Delta variant. While the aforementioned superhero suggests cinema-going excitement is back to almost normal standards, James Bond movies, for better or worse, continue to skew towards an older audience, with one major demographic for 007 movies being men over the age of 45. A large segment of the series' fan base is currently cautious about returning to movie theaters with the Delta variant continuing to spread. Conversely, superhero movies more readily cater to younger demos that are more willing to return to cinemas, including teenagers and those in their 20s. As it turns out, the generational divide may have hurt Bond. Even so, No Time to Die is performing similar to other pandemic-era hits like F9, which grossed $70 million in its opening weekend, the lowest earner in its franchise since Fast and Furious opened with $70 million. Still, F9 is largely regarded as one of the sunnier box office stories of 2021, grossing more than $700 million globally. And also, like that franchise, Bond movies have famously relied on international grosses more than U.S. numbers in the last decade to earn their mint. 70% of Spectre's $880 million came from overseas, as did 63% of Skyfall's $1.1 billion. And already, No Time to Die has earned over $300 million worldwide after opening in the UK and other foreign markets 1 week ahead of North America. All of which indicates Craig's last go as 007 will have a respectable run but not one that lights the world on fire. Let us know in the comment section if you have watched No Time to Die. What did you think of the movie? Did you think it was a fitting end for Daniel Craig? Let us know. And as always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Please give us a thumbs up. Our next topic is that Will Poulter will be Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Adam Warlock is finally making his way into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. After previous attempts at Marvel Studios to get the character on the big screen, it's now being reported that Will Poulter from Maze Runner, Midsummer, will be taking on the role in James Gunn's upcoming sequel, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Gunn personally confirmed the news by welcoming Poulter to the team with a post on Twitter. Quote, as you guys know, I often strike down false rumors, so welcome to the Guardians family, Will Poulter. He's an amazing actor and wonderful guy. See you in a couple of weeks. End quote. This appearance follows through with the previous tease of Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. A post-credit scene makes mention of an Adam, and Gunn would later confirm his plans to bring in Adam Warlock for the third movie. Avengers Infinity War and Endgame both came close to including their character in some fashion as well. But it's not until now that we know his inclusion in the MCU is finally happening. Because Adam Warlock has been teased, there were fans wondering who might be best to play the part. Zac Efron was imagined in the role in some interesting artwork by Boss Logic, but that casting wasn't meant to be. Days ago, the rumor spread that Will Poulter had been cast. James Gunn likes to shut these things down ASAP when they're false. He had stayed uncharacteristically quiet, so to speak. His new confirmation with the news spreading further makes it official. Will Poulter is known for his breakout role in the current Uncles of Narnia, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. He's also recognized for other roles, including The Maze Runner, The Revenant, Black Mirror, Bandersnatch, and Midsummer. He was at one point set to play Pennywise in the It movies, before the role later went to Bill Skarsgård. Last year, he had a starring role in the interactive video game, The Dark Pictures anthology, Little Hope. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 will be released in theaters on May 5th, 2023, preceded by the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special on Disney Plus in 2022. So, let us know in the comments what you think about Will Poulter being Adam Warlock. Do you think it's a good casting? Are you against it? Let us know. And now, our final topic. David Gordon Green is directing a Walt Disney film, or more specifically, a movie about the creation of Disneyland. David Gordon Green has developed quite an eclectic filmography. He's directed stoner comedies, slashers, one of which, Halloween Kills, is set to premiere on Peacock this weekend. Now he's setting his sights on a movie about Disneyland. You've seen Green follow Michael Myers around the town of Haddonfield, the happiest place on earth. But as we all know, Myers isn't the only terrifying pop culture icon with the initials MM. There's also Mickey Mouse, who, unblinking eyes, regularly greets theme park guests at Disneyland, officially nicknamed the happiest place on earth. Deadline reports that Green is set to direct a movie at Disney Studios for Disney Plus about Walt Disney's journey to building Disneyland. Could we possibly fit the name Disney into a sentence more than that? I'm not going to try. However, Evan Spilotopoulos, who co-wrote the live-action Beauty and the Beast remake, among others, will write the script for this untitled Disneyland Origins movie. Outside the Mouse House, he also wrote and directed The Unholy this year, so clearly he and Green have bonded on some kind of Disney-loving horror fan level. Though there are now a dozen different Disney parks across the globe, the original Disneyland in Anaheim, California, was the only park directly overseen by Walt Disney during his lifetime. It opened in 1955, and Disney passed away in 1966. wasn't until 1971 that the second park, the Magic Kingdom, opened in Florida. You may have heard that It's a Small World ride and the animatronic figure of Abraham Lincoln from Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln debuted at the 1964 New York's World Fair. Yet the inspirations for Disneyland go back at least a quarter century earlier than that to events like the 1939 New York World's Fair. Disney was also inspired by such places at Griffith Park in LA and the Henry Ford Museum outside Detroit. Originally planned for Burbank, the site for Disneyland was ultimately moved to a 160-acre orange grove at Anaheim as the idea expanded. The ABC TV network actually helped fund the building of the park and even owned a stake in it until the Disney company bought it out and eventually bought the network too. 2 years later. With this green-directed movie about Disneyland being set up at Disney Plus, it's safe to assume that we can expect that something that is Disney-friendly and upholds the company image in the vein of Saving Mr. Banks, in which Tom Hanks played Walt. And now we're going to continue our popular segment, the Pod Deck segment, with their deck of Film Night, which you can find on the Pod Decks app. But just a reminder, you can check out poddex.com. You can use the promo code Larry21 for 10% off your first purchase. And today's question is, what is your favorite action movie? Now, for me, that's a tough question because there's a lot out there that I like. I don't know if I can do one, so I'll give you three. In no specific order. The first Die Hard, Point Break, and let's see what else we got. And what else have I watched that would be action? Ooh, that is tough. Third favorite action movie would be probably The Dark Knight. And thanks for that. Well, one person watching this, please hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up if you like the video. And if you like our content, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/cinemagold. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.